Hey book besties, welcome back. I am glad you could be here. I am okay in my I think it was my September TBR, maybe my October TBR. I said that I was not a mood reader, and I'm gonna take that back because this week I am mood reading my booktok books. So these books will be books that you have definitely seen on booktok now or previously, if we're in the same scrolling category, um I yeah, so my 3 books for this book, they're all physical copies. I just don't want to reach them. They are way up there on my bookshelf. But my 3 books I am reading today are going to be Happy Place, The Inheritance Games, and A Little Life. So they're all different genres. They're just really random booktok books. But they're very popular books, and I want to see if they're going to live up to the hype. So this is mood reading. I don't think I'm going to consistently do a mood reading vlog. I just had like a couple random books that I had bought, and I wanted to get them off my TBR cart, and so this is me reading them. I'm so excited. During each segment of the video where I explain what the books are, I also explain the synopsis for the book, so I'm not going to do that here. But I'll just let you hop into the first book, which is going to be Happy Place. I'm so excited. Okay, I am about halfway through with Happy Place, and I just wanted to give you an update. I am loving it. I'm not obsessed so far. I feel like some people are really obsessed with this book, but so far I'm not, and I want to get to that point. I'm about halfway through. I don't want to share too much right now. Just give you an update. Yeah, we're gonna see how much I like it, and then I'll give you little tidbits of how I'm feeling after I'm finished it. Okay, I just finished Happy Place by Emily Henry. I'm giving it a 4.75 stars. I didn't quite get the 5-star feeling. Is that amazing? Yes. I could 100%, I feel like I could see how people would give it 5 stars. It just didn't quite settle there for me, and I don't know why. I don't think anything was wrong with the book. I don't feel like I would take anything out. If anything, I feel like it was almost missing something, but I couldn't tell you what it was. And maybe just the characters needed a little bit more depth for me. At least Wynn did. I feel like Harriet got enough, but we also got the book from Harriet's perspective and not Wynn's, so I don't know. But it was a 4.75 stars. I literally read this book in 3 hours. It was so quick, so fast. Read it in a full day and you'll be fine. I would 100% recommend it to literally anybody. It's such a beautiful book about love and losing love and finding love again. Yeah, and so it's just a book. They break up. They go on vacation with a big group of their friends because they are part of a friend group already, and then they end up back together. So it's just exploring how that happens. 4.75. Let's start the next book. Okay, my next read for the video is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I believe it's about a girl named Avery, and she just randomly like inherits this billionaire's estate. And he has 4 grandsons. And it's like a mystery book about, I think it's about like, there's like games as to who gets the estate and how she got the estate. And so she has to move in and kind of like play along with the games. I'm not exactly sure if that's like correct. It's kind of just what I've gathered from the back, but we'll see, I guess. So I'm gonna get started on reading this. It's 365 pages ish. So it should be like just a quick, simple read. I should get it done in like just a day or 2. We'll get started. Okay, I am about 100 pages into this book. And I wanted to give an introduction because I feel like, or not an introduction, but like an overview of the first 100 pages, because I feel like Jennifer Lynn Barnes does such a great job at just like hooking her audience. And so I feel like even from like the first like 10 pages, I was like, whoa, like, okay, I'm invested already. Yeah, I don't know like what all to say. I feel like it's similar to what I said in the first clip of this book, wherein she just like randomly inherits this like billionaire's estate, and he has like 4 grandchildren and 2 daughters, I'm pretty sure. And so it's like, okay, why wouldn't he give it to them? And so I'm not like super far in. I feel like not a ton has happened in 100 pages, but I am really invested, and I'm really liking it. And I think I'm really liking like the author's writing style too. And so if I were to guess, it would be like, so far I'm probably gonna give it at least a 4 stars. I'm interested to see what the rest of the book is gonna look like though. Okay, I just finished this book. I know the stickers on it, and that's so annoying of me, but I couldn't take it off, and so we're just gonna leave it on because I don't want to wreck my nails. And I'll try to get it off later. If you have tips for how to get these off, because sometimes they're so annoying and they stick so hard, let me know. So I did just finish this book. I'm gonna sit on it, but I think it's gonna be 3.75 to 4 stars ish. I think I'm leaning more towards like just a straight 4 stars. The ending was a little bit disappointed for me. If you've read this book, let me know if you agree with that. I just feel a little bit let down because it was good. It just could have been great, and it felt like nothing huge happened at the ending. Like something small, and like it had like build up, and then like a letdown. Other than that, like I almost thought I was gonna rate this book like 4.5 to 5 stars at about 80%. I was like, this is so good, like I'm eating it up, I'm reading this so fast, and it was devouring. And then the ending kind of let me down a little bit, and there were just like a couple other small details in the book. Like if you've read the book, she has a best friend, her name is Max. She gets mentioned like 2 or 3 times. Also her sister too. Like there's characters in there who get mentioned. You feel like they should be like not main characters, but like of greater importance because they're like being introduced, and then they only get talked about twice, and I'm like, okay, like what is this for? They're just like tiny background characters. Or she kind of gets like she gets shot at one point in this book. I don't feel like that's a huge spoiler, because she like has this, like, she's inherited this money for no reason, and she gets shot at, and the person who did it, it's like, okay, this was so obvious the whole time. I guessed it literally from the very beginning, and then I don't know, it was kind of a letdown, some parts of it. Maybe I'll lean towards 3.75. I think I will. So yeah, so this is going to be 3.75, and then my next read is going to be A Little Life. I don't know how to say her name, and I don't want to butcher it. Also, let me know if you agree with my thoughts on this book, The Inheritance Games. So I'm going to start A Little Life, this weekend, and just kind of grind through it. Oh, it's 800 pages. This is terribly long. This is gonna take me a minute to work through. So I'm just gonna grind through this. I know it's a tearjerker. I know I'm gonna cry. I'm mentally preparing myself for it. I know it has like a lot of topics, but I don't know what they are. I feel like I personally am like blessed to not have any like triggers in books. And so I should be okay reading this. I'm a little anxious because it's huge and I have no idea what it's about. So I'm gonna get started on this, and I will see you later. Okay, I just finished A Little Life, and I figured I'd give my thoughts on it, because that's the last book I'm going to be reading for this reading vlog. I thought it was a good book. I thought it was just such a great empathy builder for me, because I've obviously, like, I've had friends, and like I've known people who have struggled with suicide and with cutting and with rape, and just all the things, and I just could not imagine having to go through that, and if you have and you're not over it isn't the right way to say it, but if you have and you're still healing from it, or if you have and you need someone to talk to, please always reach out to my DMs. But I'm just going to talk about this book and give my honest review. I'm going to rate it a 4.5 stars. I thought it was a great book. I thought it was such a beautiful like story about a man's life who has struggled and just had like the most stereotypical like abnormal life that could be imagined, and not because of anything he did. And it was just this beautiful story of how someone put into bad situations, really poor situations, how they can struggle in life as a result of that. I thought it was a great empathy builder. I thought I learned so much from this book, and if you want to read this book, that is something that you will take out. I would recommend taking a week or so to read it, because it is like an emotionally taxing book. Like, think about like how much you normally read a book for and like double the amount of time, because you're just gonna need time to process it, and maybe even switch between books so that you don't get too in your head about it, and too depressed, because this book can do that to you. It's a very heavy book. I would not recommend it to anyone under the age of 18, probably. I think my biggest quarrel with this book would be it was an 800-page book, which is crazy long. Yeah, just in general, it's crazy long. And I just think there were some like random details that could have been cut out, and the book could have been made 100 pages smaller, shorter. But that's probably the only thing I would say about it. yeah, other than that, the book was great. I liked the writing style. It felt like a very like coming of age book writing style. Which if you're into that genre, like this is definitely the book for you. Probably I would recommend it. So let's get into, I'm gonna cut to the next clip because I'm gonna look different. I had to re-record this clip because it got deleted when I was trying to edit, and I need to figure out a better system because I feel like this has happened too much recently. So let's jump to me reviewing and just closing off this video. So once again, sorry, the glare is so bad on this one, but I read Happy Place, The Inheritance Games, and A Little Life. They were all, The Inheritance Games was my lowest rated one, and then I think I rated both Happy Place and A Little Life 4.5 stars. Overall, great books. I love them all. Yeah, that's all I have for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for making it this far.